Apple recently removed VPN apps from App Store in Russia. But before we dive in, let's take a step back and understand what a VPN is and why it has become a target for restrictions. A VPN can be imagined like a virtual tunnel. It creates a secure and encrypted connection between your device and the internet. Here is how it works. Normally, your internet traffic travels directly from your device to the website you are trying to access. If you are not using VPN, your internet service provider like Jio, Airtel can see what website you visit and can potentially even track your activity. With a VPN, your traffic gets rerouted through a VPN server in another location. This server acts as a middleman, encrypting your data so your internet service provider can't see what websites you are visiting and what information you are sending and receiving. The VPN server then sends your traffic onto the website you requested. Since the traffic appears to be coming from the VPN server's location, it can appear as if you are browsing the internet from that location. Most of the time, VPN server's location is outside your country. This is how VPNs bypass restrictions. If a website or service is blocked in your region, you can connect to a VPN server in a location where it is not blocked and access it freely. Let's get back to the situation in Russia. Russia has been flexing its muscles on internet since 2014. In 2014, Russia forced the tech companies like Facebook and Twitter to store its user data in Russia. 2014 was the same year in which Russia annexed Crimea from Ukraine. That was just the opening act. Fast forward to 2022, and all major social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter are completely banned in Russia. Facebook, at the time of banning, had 80 million active monthly users in Russia. Again, 2022 was the year when Russian president announced a quote-unquote special military operation in Ukraine. The social media bans came after accusations that Facebook and Twitter were being used by the West to spread fake news and disrupt public order. Now, let's look at a chilling example: China. The Great Firewall is a masterclass in internet control. The Chinese firewall restricts access to information, censors content, and silences dissent. Millions of websites are blocked, from social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube to news outlets like the New York Times. It's a glimpse into a future where online freedom are a distant memory. Imagine a world where governments around the globe can dictate what information you see, what apps you use, and how you communicate. This isn't a science fiction. It is the chilling reality we face if we don't push back against these restrictions. The ban on VPNs in Russia isn't just about one country. Today, it has happened in Russia. Tomorrow, it can happen in your country. Today, it is VPNs. Tomorrow, it could be WhatsApp. It could be independent news sources leaving us in dark what's happening around the world. And remember, it is easy to point finger at Russia, but the actual situation is more nuanced. While Russia's restrictions are concerning, let us not forget the Western hypocrisy here. Social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, which are now banned in Russia, have been accused of being biased in content moderation, often favoring the Western narratives over others. These platforms haven't been shy about wielding their own power either. They have deplatformed users, including a sitting president of a democratic republic. They have censored content that they deemed controversial. This perceived double standard might be fueling tensions. Perhaps if the platforms fostered more balanced discourse, the situation in Russia could be different today. The truth is, a truly free and open internet requires a global conversation, not just condemnation from one side. Russia isn't alone in internet control, and China is not the only example. In Pakistan, social media platforms are frequently restricted or banned. In Vietnam, Blogs critical of the government are readily blocked. These are just a few examples, and the list is continuously growing.